What's going on, Kenneth? It's Kenneth, the SBM Boxing firm. Go subscribe. Let's speak boxing. I just want to create this video because, I heard what Teofimo has to say. I heard what a lot of people have to say. They're feeling upset. They're feeling bitter. They feel like it's degrading the sport of boxing, having these YouTube boxers actually fight and make a little bit of money. Not to mention that they're bringing in it's their own community. They bring their own clout. It's based on demand. You know what I'm saying? They have a huge following. And then they're doing something that has already been done. It's been doing it for mad years. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is that these guys are making money. They're not making $1,000 as a champion and second place making $500, because that's been going on since, late 80s, early 90s. What do I mean? Tough man competition. Obviously, you couldn't have. I think that there was only like 4 or 5 different divisions, and the winner got like $1,000. You couldn't have any pro experience and stuff like that, but it was entertaining. Guys, he's sitting there slugging it, but they've been doing this shit for years. Yeah, Kenny, but it wasn't mixing. Yeah, it was mixing out the professional fighters, because you got guys like Butterbean. Nothing taken away from Butterbean. Butterbean was like in 5'11", fucking almost 400 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He was considered the 4-round king. You know what I'm saying? But it was completely entertaining, and people was completely hyped. And Butterbean, every single time he fought, he wanted to call out Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, sometimes he never really acknowledged it or anything like that. That was completely disrespectful. But there was fans out there that literally thought that Butterbean, within 4 rounds, it could beat Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of form of entertainment is. Same shit as WWE, WWF, WCW, fucking whatever the hell you want to say. It's a form of entertainment. N1 Street Ball, fucking Harlem Globetrotters, NBA. You know what I'm saying? These YouTubers, the only thing that people are really upset. Why are you really upset? Let's have the conversation. Why are you upset? Because they have their own fan base? That they call the shots? That they're making millions? The only benefit that I do like, the simple fact, is that they're bringing in a fan base. You know what I'm saying? They're being their own promoters. They're working with promoters. They're working with different brands that never really worked with Boxing Association before. You know what I'm saying? And they're on YouTube. That they partner up with yards, technology information companies, tech stack companies, and stuff like that. That's being a little bit more interested in boxing. Why? Because of these YouTubers. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So it's only going to build the business side of it. It's going to build the fan base. It's going to, and a lot of these people got money. You know what I'm saying? Why are you really upset? You know what I'm saying? And but the whole shit with the tough man competition, that shit's been going on since the 80s, early 90s with Butterbean. The reason I know that is because I was you got Butterbean. That shit was entertainment for me. But I was able to differentiate the real boxers, the Roy Joneses, the Hopkinses, the Evander Holyfields, from the Butterbeans at that time. You know what I'm saying? I was able to differentiate that, but I still watched both of them because I found it entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't degrading. The only time it was degrading is, when someone's emotions and feelings got hurt. What do I mean by that? It's just that I honestly think that Teofimo, Lopez, and a lot of these professional fighters are upset. It's just because, they got to understand that, we're in another generation. These guys are 24 years old, and a lot of Teofimo and all these guys they're of that age as well. You know what I'm saying? They're young, but they got to understand the the business side of it, and that's what Bob Arum and a lot of his promoters are saying. Look at Ryan Garcia. Don't be upset that they have a fan base. They understand how to social media marketing. They know how to influence. They know how to build their brand, and they know how to build interest. Pretty much clout. They know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be upset about that. But I do appreciate the simple fact that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, them guys, they only have 1 or 2 fights, but they're actually, hiring professional trainers. They look like they're in shape. They're actually putting in the rounds, putting in like they really want it. You know what I'm saying? They talk a lot of shit and stuff like that, but they're actually stepping in the ring. And, it's not, I wouldn't say it's professional caliber, top 10, top 20, whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? But the skill level is a lot better, and it's definitely more entertaining than the fucking tough man competition. That's just facts. And the thing about it, they're just not fighting. They're promoting the shit out of it. And then they're bringing in other fighters that are professionals on their cards where they're going to get on no card whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They're building up the card. It's not like people ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to create this video. I just think right now we're in the air of, era of technology, you know, information technology, tremendous competition. It's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? Accelerated change. You gotta adapt, and you gotta move for what the fuck the industry and what the market wants, you know what I'm saying? And they find that as a form of entertaining. That's basically it. You just got to be ahead of the curve. You know, say for instance, like Adrian Broner, you can like him, love him, or hate him, but the motherfucker's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He can have another 10 losses on his fight, but he knows how to market, and people are still going to want to watch him fight, you know, when he's ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, that's something that these boxing fans, and I heard Bob Arum speak. I heard Bob Arum sit there and talk about, you know, the whole thing with Terrence Crawford. Not to sit there and say that Terrence Crawford is not a pound for pounder. Does not sit there and say, yeah, he's not a badass fighter. He can completely clear out the division. Erislandy Lara, he was a badass fighter as well that can completely clear out the division. Gamboa at one time, Gamboa was a fucking badass fighter. He completely dominate and clear out the division. Luis Ortiz, another motherfucker that's a badass. He's the boogeyman in the heavyweight division that nobody really wants to fight. But the thing about it, he just doesn't have a fan base itself. He doesn't have a marketing team. So we got to learn from it and build a team. Terrence Crawford, Bob Arum was speaking facts. He was speaking figures. I'm not saying that there's not profit there. There is profit there, but who's the guy with the money in the bank? That's Bob Arum. And Bob Arum wants to make a certain profit margin. So what do? You got to market yourself, bro. Say what you want, but Bob Arum's been doing this shit for, you know, he's seen the margins. Obviously, we've gotten better, and you know, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has made the path to show these boxers how to put additional revenues and control a larger portion of the take or the purse itself by being your own promoter, by being your own business owner, coming up for negotiations. And that's what fucking Mike Tyson was trying to tell Teofimo, even though Teofimo was just like, yo, you know, they're degrading it, Mike. But Mike was just like, look, man, back then we fought whoever, but we were fucking slaves, man. We fought whoever the promoter or Don King and shit like that put in front of us. We didn't know how much money we were making. We'll take whatever we got. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, you should be a little bit sympathetic and rational and putting shit in perspective and realizing that fighters now these days can cherry pick. Fighters now these days can fight 1 or 2 times a year, whereas back then it was 4, 5, 6 times a year. But you don't want to have those conversations. You want to sit there and you want to hold the belt, claim pound for pound, and fight 1 or twice a year. Whereas back then, the shit wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to fucking complain that these YouTubers are making more money with you, because that's all I'm hearing. But you ain't trying to put in the work. You ain't fighting the top 3, top 5 fighters out that are pound for pound. You're just sitting there cherry picking and only fighting 1 or twice a year. Once or twice a year. That's it. You know, but I'm not saying I'm not taking that away from Teofimo whatsoever, because Teofimo's a badass fighter. You know, he fought the man, which is fucking Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko. That's it. But I'm not talking about him because he fought the man. You know what I'm saying? So we're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking away that from Teofimo. He's a badass fighter. But as far as him feeling, I think, you know, his feelings a little bit hurt because these guys are fighting no-name fighters and shit like that, and didn't even put in the amateur fights, didn't even put in the work or whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, you got to take that and learn from it and be like, yo, how can I do that and be a professional? How can I combine my game together? Rather than bitching and complaining, you should get on the phone with Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and try to merge and try to do what Ryan Garcia is doing, man, and buddying up with these motherfuckers. Call it fake, call it what you want, but that's business, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you are really about boxing, you got to gravitate, you got to take shit to the next level and start talking business, you know? But anyways, guys, this is Kenneth. That's SBM Boxing. For more requests, subscribe. But anyways, I just want to sit there and say the YouTube boxing, you know, boxing community itself, or just the YouTubers that are boxing, man, I'm all about it. Fuck it. But I'm able to differentiate the top pound for pound and these other guys that just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a shit? I'm not even bitter that fucking Mayweather's going to fight one of them. Who cares, man? Who gives a shit? It's entertainment, you know? But I'm still going to watch Earl Spence. I'm still going to watch Crawford. I'm still going to fucking watch Teofimo. I'm still going to watch anyone and everyone, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Fury fight. Fury's the man. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's up. I'm still going to watch the Canelo fights. But I'm not going to sit there and make, you know, I'm not going to get clouded up and be like, oh, that's a fucking disgrace because, you know, it's making Canelo look bad. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit is crazy. Anyways, guys, Have a good one.